Hi, back from evoPOWER.co.uk, and today I'm unboxing the next generation evoPOWER by PUMA, the 1.3. So if we get the boots out of the box and the box out of the way, so designed to offer enhanced power and comfort, the new generation evoPOWER uses the technologies evolved and combines it with several new technologies, forming the most advanced football boot yet by PUMA. So you can expect this silo to be worn by the same players who headlined the previous evoPOWER ranges, including Cesc Fabregas, Yaya Toure, Mario Balotelli and Olivier Giroud. So PUMA have debuted the evoPOWER 1.3 in a colorway dubbed Safety Yellow, Black, Atomic Blue, which in my eyes is the best launch design for an evoPOWER. So design wise, the PUMA fawn stripe has remained in the same location on the lateral side of the boot, while the entire boot uses a nice two-tone gradient effect with yellow on the forefoot and blue on the heel. So bring it closer so we have a closer look at the design. So again, the PUMA fawn stripe on the lateral side of the boot is this exact same as what you see on the evoPOWER 1.2. This time round we have a sort of black glimmer shimmer effect. It looks really nice in hand. Over to the heel, we've got a PUMA logo in black, evoPOWER branding on the middle side of the heel in black, Adapt Light branding in black. Flip it over the sole, it's a few black studs, a few transparent studs. The whole sole is that safety yellow color. So essentially we've got atomic blue on the heel and safety yellow on the forefoot, and a nice little gradient design in the middle, a nice little sort of lined sort of theme. Looks really nice in hand, and on feet it looks even better. Big fan of this design over previous evoPOWER launch ranges. So the upper uses the exact same Adapt Light material first seen on the original evoPOWER, and it's designed to stretch one way, enhancing the motion of barefoot kicking. It's a one-piece system with the seam seen on the middle side of the boot with the tape on top. So it's a one-piece system spanning the whole region with the seam sort of ending here with a bit of tape on top so you can't see it. So like on the evoPOWER 1.2, the 1.3 utilizes AccuFoam technology, which essentially is an internal cage system to provide additional support to the thin Adapt Light upper. The AccuFoam strips line with the upper, so the boot will be very easy to break in and flex properly. So what you see is an internal cage sort of system. The AccuFoam lines with the flex zones on the upper, so the boot can flex very easily. It's going to be very easy to boot to break in. So I'll just do this. So it's going to flex, that's sort of the main flex zone, and the rest of the boot sort of flexes in that way. It's going to be very, very flexible right out of the box. So on top of the AccuFoam pads is that additional Britax layer, which was first seen on the evoSpeed by PUMA. It's designed to add another layer of friction and grip between the boot and the ball, and it works especially well in wet conditions. So all it is what you see, this sort of shimmer effect in the light. I don't know if you can see that, there you go. Just that sort of shimmer effect on top of the Adapt Light. Just going to add a bit of friction between the boot and the ball on the smooth upper. So it looks like PUMA have scrapped their EvoFit cage, which was really an additional marketing feature. It was located around the ankle region of the boot. So just whip it over the 1.2, you can see the EvoFit cage branding on the heel, and it just essentially was a sort of marketing thing. It was just tape over the seam of the one-piece upper. So the tongue uses the same Adapt Light material and features several thin foam pads to provide protection on top of your foot. Very thin tongue, and it's got very sort of super thin padding there. I don't know if you can see it, but really sort of providing a bit of protection in that vulnerable area of your foot. I'll just bring in the evoPOWER 1.2. The 1.2 had 3 foam pads, 1, 2, 3, which sort of provided did the same thing as what you see on the 1.3. So again, an offcenter lacing system has been utilized for a larger and more uniform striking surface. It's going to be great for midfielders, strikers, anyone who just likes to have a lot of power in their shot. So with the previous 1 and 1.2 ranges using the same gradual stability frame, the new evoPOWER 1.3 utilizes a new design, which again is very stiff in the heel and very flexible in the forefoot. The DuoFlex technology in the forefoot helps to minimize and disperse stud pressure. So what essentially GSF is, essentially it's going to be very, very stiff in the heel and in the midfoot. So on the 1.2 it's very stiff in the heel and midfoot, like I just said, but very flexible in the forefoot. So you can see it can bend that way and it can bend the other way too. So get in with the 1.3, very stiff in the heel and very stiff in the midfoot. Flip it over to the forefoot, it's going to be very, very flexible. It's one of the most flexible sole plates on the market. So the combination of 11 conical and bladed studs did great work on firm ground surfaces. The blades have even been made thinner and smaller for more aggressive penetration on the surface. So we see the studs have actually been made smaller and thinner, especially the blades. The blades on the 1.2 were very, very big and very thick, as you can see, very wide on the heel and on 2 or 3 on the forefoot there. But the studs on the 1.3 have made sort of oval-like and much thinner, very similar to something you see on the Mercurial Superfly. And conical studs on the heel and conical studs on the forefoot for rotational traction. It's going to do great work on firm ground surfaces. So the same internal heel counter is again featured to lock down your heel into the shoe, while the sock line has two pull-on inserts for lightweight comfort. The gap between the pull-on inserts helps to flex the boot completely. So here again, you see the same sock line that you've seen on the 1.2 and the 1. So pull-on inserts on the heel and one on the forefoot and toe box, and a gap between the middle so the boot can actually flex properly with the upper. So I can tell already that this boot is great for players with wide feet. The evoPOWER 1.2 was great for wide feet, and this generation looks like will fit any foot shape and type. Sizing wise, true to size is the way to go with the 1.2. Same deal with the 1.3. The evoPOWER 1 was a true to size boot. You could even go half a size smaller with the 1 because the upper did stretch a little over time. So first impressions, I feel PUMA have nailed the design of the evoPOWER 1.3. It's the best looking launch evoPOWER I've seen. And the sole plate has been changed ever so slightly, while the AccuFoam pads align with the Adapt-Lite upper perfectly for an overall consistent fit over time. It's going to be slightly more responsive than what you get out of the evoPOWER 1 and the 1.2. So yes, we'll be taking these boots out on the pitch for a full review, so stay updated on our channel for when that video comes up. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.